Now, prior to the Council of Trent, roughly, they didn't have seminaries. So let's say you and I were living in like 14th century Italy, and you wanted to be a priest, I wanted to be a priest. You would have gone probably to one of your uncles who knew a priest, or maybe your uncle was a priest, and you would live with him, maybe a group of priests, or but basically you would have an apprenticeship model.
Okay.
And then eventually there would come a time when you would see what a priest does, a parish priest. You would have learned Latin, learned how to celebrate the sacraments. You would have read a few books, but there was no formalized education. And then eventually with the bishop, you would have been ordained. What Trent, the Council of Trent, realized was that the church needed something more institutionalized, more formalized, and more robust, both to protect Catholics from the questions and concerns that were being raised by Protestant Reformation objectors, and also not just responding to the Protestant Reformation, but also shoring up the faith of parishioners in parishes. And so the church in her wisdom instituted seminary formation, by which young men interested in the priesthood would now have a place called a seminary with a rector, with professors, priests. They would live together and be formed intellectually, spiritually, and pastorally to serve in the parish context. Now, very important, one last thing about that. We don't want to say that nothing like a seminary education existed before Trent, nor that priests exclusively went to seminaries. There were still exceptions both before and after Trent. But as a global institution, we owe the origin of seminary formation in many ways exactly as we do it today in its essence to the Council of Trent, as a response to the Protestant Reformation, but also as a way to equip parish priests to serve the lay faithful.
Okay, so casuistry is a phenomenon that arises there in history, and kind of through that institution of the seminary. Why? Why does the seminary kind of develop casuistry for what purpose?